Hello, Cat. Good evening, everyone. Today is Sunday, August 19th, 2018. Current time, as you can tell, is 22:48:04. The average readings may be very high and drastically fluctuating. That is actually the discussion topic today. So, I had plans today to let the discussion topic be very simple and basic. It was going to be about, in general, what this graph represents and my belief with it, my theory, my hypothesis, my analysis. And then something came up earlier today and invalidated my data. Not in the sense of blaming anyone, it actually is a good thing that it was brought to my attention. And now this is giving me more of awareness of what's going on. I don't know if you heard that, but that's my fiance huffing because I think the thought is I'm trying to blame someone. But I'm not. Okay? Anyways. What happened was, this morning I did my video over the runes. I still have the paper right here. I was reading out my runes and everything, and I did it, and it was constantly staying at a steady low rate of 207 or 208. No. Not even that high. It was not even, it was 107, 108. So that was fine. I ended the recording. My fiance then switched some cables, some Ethernet cables, doing some IT work in the other room, and suddenly everything starts spiking up to 200 to 250 out of nowhere. I didn't know, I was not aware of this. I'm sitting here, doing the runes, writing down and reflecting on it, thinking to myself, the spirits, and, well, what signals, what messages am I going to be receiving? Look over, spiking up to the heavens. I guess there's a message for me, a signal. But, after we figured it out, that Ethernet issue I was talking about, apparently due to how my computer is working, it's a Linux machine by the way, was a Linux operating system, a version of Ubuntu called Zorin. Apparently there's a lot of static and stuff, or excess electricity caused by the motherboard, by stuff running. The graphics card, sound cards, the mouse, keyboard, even the Ethernet card, internet. And whenever those cause any fluctuations like that, it's actually somehow picked up on the USB cable that runs the serial communication for my Arduino, for my EMF detector. It actually, come on, face. It actually disrupts it so much, or so slightly, that it gives false positives, or grounds out data, or increases data. And that's what we were finding earlier. That low hundreds was data that was a lot lower than it should have been. Right now it's not being grounded, but now it's picking up on every little fluctuation the computer has with its CPU, with its RAM, etc. So the discussion at this point has been, what do we do? And that's sort of really just been my discussion of myself. Hey, face. Sorry, I paid the cat. That's sort of been my discussion of myself and my discussion in general for today. So we're just discussing what this is and what the significance of it is. So, with my beliefs personally, I have always seen magic as, well, not as much magic in general, but the spirits. The spirits I have seen as consciousness perceptions, or our conscious perceptions of fluctuations of the storm. That's the best way to describe it. I know that sounds very bizarre to say it that way, but I believe that the VLF, very low frequency band of radio frequency, which is caused by both the Earth's magnetic fields and atmosphere, as well as by lightning, dust devils, tornadoes, rain, etc. I believe that is the spirit realm. When we are seeing the spirit realm, we truly are not seeing spirits. or we're not truly entering another reality that's beyond our own, or another dimension, but we are merely looking at the world through another set of eyes, effectively. We are picking up data from another frequency. We see the visible light spectrum up here. VLF is all the way down here, a much lower frequency that can be easily interacted with, that imprints can sit on for years and years without dying out. And that is what I believe is the realm of the spirits. Neural oscillations, the whole 9 yards. So that gave me the idea at one point to work on setting up an Arduino system. An Arduino that uses a resisted down voltage and reads in the over an analog pin, reads in fluctuations caused by an antenna. It has an antenna it connects to, and whenever a voltage is detected or something changes on the voltage, that fluctuation is picked up on the actual unit and then is read out on this graph here. There's a bit more to it. It actually does several thousand readings at once, averages them all out to give me the one data for each graph, but that's not too important right now. But to show an example of what I'm saying, I'm going to stand up right now. Excuse my appearance. I'm now standing about 3 feet from the antenna itself. I'm now trying to generate my energy, calling upon it to see if I can cause any fluctuations to appear on that antenna. If there were any, you guys would know, not me. Well, I could probably look back on it, but now I'm going to actually walk up to it, put my hand about 2 inches from it. There is a sudden increase in fluctuations, and now I'm putting my hand in the center of the actual antenna. And now you see what I'm talking about. How drastically it acts up. It's not reliable for data. It's not reliable for true analysis of data that I wish to have. And that is the eventual plan, is to move past all of this. Sorry, I'm just really intrigued now by how much it fluctuates. But you see that now that once it picked up the smallest major fluctuations, now it just keeps perpetuating them. As far as I know, that is a part of this issue. And the issue is that it's connected to the same computer I use for my blog work, for my editing, for all my work. So the eventual plan is I'm going to set up a different system. Excuse me. Possibly something along the lines of a Raspberry Pi that just directly connects to the Arduino up there. So I would have the antenna, the Raspberry Pi, and the Arduino all connected. And then whenever data is picked up on the Raspberry Pi in this similar setup, instead of it projecting like this, it would just be sending out the one current reading over network, which I would then have a network unit on the computer picking up on. And I know that seems like a long, convoluted ramble. I apologize for that. That sort of was the idea of the discussion, was to discuss the idea of that. What if, that is what magic is? We are just, because as you saw, me being near that antenna caused fluctuations to show up. If me standing as far as I was from it, let's try from even here. I am now trying to send my energy forth to see if I can strike the antenna and cause fluctuations to form. Oh, actually looked like it caused some. But again, I don't know if that's actually the unit or just random glitches. That's the eventual plan. And that's what I want to know. I can't accept the idea that there's just a possibility, or maybe, but maybe not. I have to. There has to be solid fact to say it is what's going on, and this is the data I'm looking at. And I feel like I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry, guys. Really, the discussion is just the idea that magic is the storm around us, the weather, etc. All of us carry within ourselves our own storm that we can call upon. For us, that storm is our breathing, the the electrical communications of synapses of our nerves, our muscles, every part of our body that produces light produces light through metabolism, lightning through the nerve synapse, and muscle movements, heat through body functions. Can breathe in and breathe out the air, changing the air around. We ourselves form our own storm that interacts with the storm around us. But perhaps you guys have a different opinion. Perhaps you guys may see something that I don't see, and in that case, I would love to hear that. So right now, I'm going to be leaving the vlog for the night. This is my last vlog for the night. I'm going to be doing 3 a day for discussion. Then I'll leave this topic open for a week or so. I'll probably come visit it again next Sunday. And if you guys have any opinions, just let me know. Until then, though, I wish all of you a beautiful night and a beautiful morning tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow will be a beautiful day, a day of hope and a day of faith, a day to begin a new challenge. I will be with you guys on tomorrow in the morning to do the morning prayer. I believe I have a good prayer decided, one that we can do together and focus on. But for now, let us have a peaceful rest, a peaceful night.